Lies can be hurtful, dangerous, and very, very expensive. I've been lucky enough to study right alongside some of our country's top law enforcement, FBI, police, Green Berets, and people I believe could not tell me they were in the CIA. I have been reading people for the last 20 years, uncovering secrets hidden in plain sight. I get asked to comment on crimes and politics and billion-dollar business deals. It is fascinating to me, and I never run out of things to talk about. I've dialed it down for you here today, and you're going to be blown away by how cool this is, because it's all in the body language. And it's always from the people you trust most, whether it's your payroll folks, right, or fake accounts, like things like that. You can't let it go, right? And it doesn't just happen at work. It happens at home. You lie every day. Every day you lie. And I can hear what you're saying. You're saying, Tracy, I go to church. I am in the Rotary Club. I do not lie. Yes, you lie, okay? Now, here's the thing. Not all lies are important. Not all lies are material, but tells are the same for the big ones as the little ones, okay? So some of the lies you may tell could look something like this, like, oh, you haven't changed a bit. This is me, I was 13, right? You wanna know when you can lie? When you're asked this question, does my butt look big in these pants? No, it doesn't, okay? Free pass. Doesn't matter what kind of lie it is, body language is going to indicate that really clearly. That's why our law enforcement really leans on it for investigations. Body can't lie, words can lie. Got to pay attention to the body language first. Put more weight on that.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Prenya here with Utegration, and we got Traci Brown, and you've got to come see her in action. You got to hire her. She's going to motivate, innovate, and get your folks up and just understanding who's really lying and who's really telling the truth. You're going to love it.
Got one question for you. What do Chris Christie, Lance Armstrong, and Vladimir Putin have in common? They have me in common. I've been asked to interpret their body language on NBC, CBS, and Fox to tell the world what they're not saying.
The parents' body language, body types, eye patterns, and words are all consistent, according to body language expert Traci Brown.
So today, we watched both candidates' previous debates with body language expert Traci.
Traci Brown, who literally wrote the book on detecting lies, says the interview features very few.
We watched the interview alongside Traci Brown, who actually raced with Armstrong on the USA cycling program in the early 90s. Now Traci is a body language expert who specializes in being able to tell whether or not someone is lying.
Who's ready to play my not ready for primetime game show? Body Language Blitz. Y'all ready? Okay, good deal. So I'm going to need 3 volunteers to come up here and demonstrate their knowledge of body language in front of everyone. I saw you in the red. Your hand was up first. One hit for me, sass it up, own it. There you go. Oh, look at that. Wow. No one's ever done that. Okay, so I got to try to match that. I don't know how. And see, she's got one foot behind the other, so I think I do not have the soul that Denise does. Well, for one, did you see how people look different when they're telling a lie? Like they do something significantly different than when they're telling the truth. Did y'all see that? Yeah. Does anybody want to share 4 fabulous prizes? Where are you from, Ron?
Cumming, Georgia.
Cumming, Georgia. Okay. And you picked out the lie?
I did.
What was the lie?
He said he had 3 kids and both of them went to college.
Oh. So let me tell you a little bit about me first. I used to race bikes, that's me. And that's actually how I got into the study of body language. I was never the strongest one in. So I started to be able to read my competition and pay more attention to them than I did the road. So I would look for these subtle signs, things like the drop of a shoulder, a little waggle of the hips, maybe a hitch in the pedal stroke. And so over time, I was able to correlate that with what was going to happen next, and I could outsmart my competition. And that's when I began to win. You are going to feel stressed to lie at some point just because you're human. No matter how great you think your morals are, every now and then this situation is going to sneak in. And I'll tell you what happened to me. So my husband comes to me the other day, and he says, Tracy, we do not have enough storage at the house. I want to build us a shed. And I said, okay, that'd be great. And so you got to understand, he's a farm boy, he's an engineer. His idea of a shed is different than other people's idea of a shed. And so he builds us this magnificent barn in our backyard, which we knew was bigger than what the city would allow with their code without a permit, right? And so he said, you know what? It's going to be behind the garage. No one's going to care. Well, this was Sunday evening, okay? Monday morning, there's a knock at the door. I'm in my pajamas, 8 a.m., knock at the door. And I open the door, and there stands Stan, the friendly code enforcement guy from the city. Stan says, well, what do you got going on here, right? Now, I'm smarter than the average person that opens the door for Stan. And so I said, well, Stan, what do you think's going on here? Right? Because I don't really know his intentions. And he goes, well, I don't know. And now I'm getting angry because he's trying to manipulate me. Like, I don't know what's going on in my backyard. There's a barn you can see from space, and I don't know. I am lying to Stan. My eyes are going every which way. My lips, I'm itching, I'm scratching. My baseline is blown out. I'm just hoping he hasn't been in one of my classes. And I said, well, Stan, if you don't know, and I don't know, I guess we got nothing to talk about then now, do we? And so the story ends with me agreeing to give Stan's card to someone who did know what was going on around there. So Matt took it down. He took it down, and he replaced it with this much less magnificent shed that it fits in the code just perfect. But we had more scraps left over, so he built us another shed. Because clearly in Boulder, it's better to have a shanty town than one magnificent barn. So just know that when you feel forced a lot, you're not going to be able to rub it out. Okay, it's going to happen really fast. And now that you know because you'll feel this stuff, and you're going to know what you're doing, and you're just going to cross your fingers that other person hadn't been through one of my classes. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much.